Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to continue my makeup artist kit series. So in this video, I'm going to share everything about concealers, the must-have concealers in a makeup artist kit. I know this is like most asked series on my YouTube channel, guys. There are so many comments for my makeup artist kit series videos that you guys want to see, like videos for concealers, blushers, bronzers, setting sprays and everything. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do every product video series, and also I'm gonna do this series like the good to have, the must have products in a MOA kit. So I'm gonna feature like drugstore makeup and also like high-end makeup as well. So let me know if you guys wanna see those series. I'm gonna include straight from moisturizers to setting sprays, everything, the best of makeup that is must have in a makeup artist kit. So yeah, without any further ado, let's dive right into today's video. So I'm just gonna look into my book if you're wondering where I'm gonna look, because I just want to mention like each and every point that I have written in my notes, my makeup classes notes, so that I want to share like every pin to pin information that I have learned from a makeup classes with you guys as well. Okay, so yeah, so the first concealer is from MAC. I know this is like one of the best concealers out there. If you have seen like any professional makeup artist kit, most of them do have these concealers in their kit, guys. This is the MAC Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palettes. So they have like different shades in these, and I have to tell you, hands down, these are one of the best, like concealer palettes out there to have in a MOA kit. I know these products are slightly expensive, guys, but trust me, these are worth every coin that you're going to put into it. So the good thing about this product is that they come with 4 different concealer shades. Like each palette has 4 different concealer shades, and they have like 2 color corrector shades. So the good thing about these products is that, actually the pro thing about this product is that, so you can actually mix shades to get like the shade that you want to match your bright skin tone, or you can just like use the individual shades as well to match with your client's skin tone. And that just gives like a lot of room to play, especially for a makeup artist. You don't need to go and buy again some cool tone shades and some warm tone shades and all of that. So you get everything in like a palette, and you can just like mix and match them. You have like a lot of room to play here. So coming to the coverage part of it, guys, they have like medium to full coverage, and they're completely buildable. So if the bride has like acne marks, dark circles or pigmentation problem, they work amazing in terms of correcting the problematic areas of the skin on your client. And another good thing about the product is that even if you kind of like layer them, this product doesn't look that heavy and that cakey on skin. If you're actually doing like a bridesmaid makeup, or a bridal makeup, you can just take these MAC Conceal and Correct palettes and use that instead of like foundation on your bridesmaid skin. Because if the person, your client doesn't need like lots of, coverage on skin, if they have like pretty much good skin that just needs a minimal amount of touch up, so you can just use this concealer, slightly dab it on the areas that they need conceal and correction, and you're good to go. Just set it with powder, and literally it's good to go. Sometimes you can replace this product as the foundation as well, because they have like medium to buildable full coverage, and you can skip foundation and just use this on bridesmaid makeup. Because trust me, guys, sometimes multitasking is the key when it comes to bridal makeup, because sometimes you might be in rush and you have like too many makeups to do for one event, like too many bridesmaids and your bride's moms, bride's aunties and all. So yeah, so using multi-purpose kind of products just makes things easier for you. And when you're actually in a rush and you just have to save some time by doing your makeup like super swiftly, then yeah, multi-purposing products are the key. With this in mind, when it comes to bridal makeup, the longevity of the makeup and the longevity of the products that you're using is so freaking important, guys. So if you actually use like products that melt away like super easily, or have like a super less longevity time, then obviously bridal event is gonna last for a long hours, right? So longevity is important. So the makeup should look as fresh as possible and should last as long as possible on bride skin. It should stay intact. So this product right here, the MAC Conceal and Correct palettes, they have an amazing longevity, 8 to 10 plus hours of longevity. That makes again these products to be like good to have products in a MOA kit. So these products also doesn't crease, guys. So in case if the bride has like a creasing problem under the eyes, or has some wrinkles under the eyes or something, so you can actually use these products. And they actually suit like all skin types preferably. But if I just have to tell you, they work amazing for oily skin, combo skin and normal skin. They do work for dry skin as well, but make sure that you are actually prepping up the skin so well, because the formula of these concealers is actually matte. Okay, but not drying matte. So these are not like drying matte like Kat Von D concealers, Locket concealers, or like a Fenty. They are a little more lesser matte than that, but they are matte. So if you're actually using on a dry skin client, make sure that you use some face oils and just use some really nice glowy, dewy, the products like primers that give like a very nice dewy canvas, and then top it up with this concealer for that full coverage and just that no shine makeup sort of looks. So now let's look into the good to have shades in this concealer. So first is medium deep. This is the most used, guys, like medium deep. Okay, just note it down, medium deep, most used palette. And if you just want to get one and give it a try, like I know these are expensive, so if you just want to save up some money and just get like one palette before buying all the other palettes, get the medium deep palette. This works for like a lot of skin tones, and majorly this is like the most used among them. So get the medium deep. The medium deep actually comes handy for NC42 and NC40 kind of skin. So it is a very handy palette. Another good to have palette is actually medium. So this works for light medium to medium complexions. And now another palette is dark. So this is good for, that deep tan dark skin tones. If you're actually trying to get like a MAC product makeup kit, or just want to start out with investing MAC makeup products, these are amazing products to start with. The MAC Conceal and Correct kit. They also have like a shade which is called light. That isn't like a necessity, guys, okay? But if you're actually dealing with like very fair skin tones, if you're somewhere in the north, or you have like clients who are like super fair, like very fair, then you would need the light palette. Else you can just like work with the medium deep and dark palettes itself. And let me tell you, before wrapping up this part, they actually have like NC and NW, both of these shades in these palettes. So NC comes under non-cool and NW comes under non-warm. So you can have like both cool undertone and warm undertone concealers as well, and you can just like mix these two and bring some neutral shades out of it. So you have like a lot of room to play with it, okay? You can just like mix and match and use that on your bride. Another amazing, actually another brilliant product to have in our makeup artist kit in terms of concealer is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer Concealer. So I know most of you might have heard about it, or if not, guys, this is one of the best, okay? So if you actually get these Kevyn Aucoin, like if you could afford it, I know these are again a little onto that high-end side, but if you could afford it, if you can get your hands on it, trust me, you will just like feel it is worth it. I know as a makeup artist, it is like overwhelming to see, like a lot of makeup products out there, and just to include like so many makeup products in your kit, I know that is hard business. But I know as well that we save like a lot of money even when we're doing clients. I know we put like a little amount of money to the side. We save up that money because we want to improvise our kit, and we want to buy like some international, some really good quality makeup products. I know we all do that as makeup artists because we want to give the best to our clients. So if you are actually saving up some money like that onto the side to get some really good concealers to your kit, trust me and get Kevyn Aucoin, guys. You're gonna love Kevyn Aucoin concealers for sure. So again, this is super full coverage concealer, and when I say super, it is super. You can skip foundation when you're using it. It is that full coverage, okay? So if the bride has like super good skin and she doesn't need like a lot of foundation or something like that, you can just use this concealer and you're good to go. It gives like the coverage is almost equal to a foundation, or most of the times you can even skip foundation for sidle and bridesmaid makeups when you're using this concealer. It is that full coverage. It is so full coverage that it can hide any amount of dark circles, any amount of deep darkest pigmentation, the blemishes, acne, scars on skin. So if your client has blemishes, acne marks, and super dark hyperpigmentation, this is the concealer to go with. And it is also waterproof. And so if you're actually using if you are doing like a outdoor shoot wedding, or you're just doing like a pool party makeup, this is again a best concealer to go with, because you should use something that is like sweat proof, or something that could sit well in humidity. A concealer that wouldn't move on skin due to the humidity or sweat. So this is that sort of concealer. So if you're doing outdoor wedding, this is a great concealer to use. Don't need to use like a lot of product when using this concealer. A little goes a long way with this, because especially just a teensy amount of it gives such a full coverage that it's gonna blow your mind off. So just teensy amount, okay? So it comes in like a tub form, and it has like a very thick consistency. So little bit is all you need. And that tub is gonna last like really long time. If you are actually doing like a bride's mom's makeup, something like a mature skin makeup, I would suggest skip this concealer. Don't use Kevyn Aucoin on mature skin, because this is like a very thick formula, and it has super duper full coverage that if they have like wrinkles and the fine lines on mature skin, this concealer kind of settles down into that area and gives a little bit of that creepy dry look. So it wouldn't work well with a mature skin who has like a lot of fine lines. And coming to which skin types these would suit the best, oily, combo, and normal. This works amazing for oily, combo, and normal skin types. Again, you can use this on dry skin, but make sure you're literally concentrating more also on the skin prep when using this concealer, and balance out your rest of the other products. Okay, so if you're using like a full-on matte product like this, like Kevyn Aucoin, then make sure that you're using something like super dewy foundation, and just like balance out your concealer and foundation. So when it comes to makeup, guys, balancing out between the products is the key. Okay, so if you're using something super drying matte at one end, then balance that out by using a radiant product on the other end. Okay, so that is going to create a beautiful makeup look. So let's look into the good to have shades now. So SX05, this is like most used shade. SX08, again a most used shade, guys. And SX11, this is again a most used shade, okay? SX05, SX08, SX11, which is actually equivalent to the NC42 skin, and SX12. So these are the most used shades. Both four of them are most used shades, guys. So if you actually want something like a product that can multi-purpose as a foundation, as I told you, multi-purpose products are key when you're in a rush. So if you are actually looking for that sort of products, this is a very good concealer to have in your kit. Let's look into the third concealer now. So that is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. So oh my gosh, guys, I have to tell you, this concealer is the Nars bestseller for a reason, okay? This is like one of my personal favorite. I use this like all the time, even on myself. I use this like all the time. I have talked about 100 times about this concealer on my channel. So if you're like my OG viewer, then you would know that I have used this concealer so many times on my channel. So now this concealer comes in a liquid formula. Okay, the Radiant Creamy one comes in a liquid formula, and it gives medium to full coverage, and it is actually totally buildable. You can build it up to get a full coverage as well. And this gives a perfect natural finish on skin, guys. Like a perfect natural finish. So even if you kind of go with the second coat on skin, this doesn't give cakey look at all on skin. And another good thing about this product is that this works for across skin types. Dry, even though they say that it is a radiant creamy consistency, it has a natural finish. It is not matte, it is not completely dewy as well. Okay, this has the perfect concealer, perfect consistency that it would go for every skin type. So if I have to suggest now, just go and get a concealer without a doubt, that would be this. Like if you're starting out and you just want a concealer that would work for across skin types, I know because these are all high end, right? Investing like so much of money all at once might be intimidating, or it might be scary at times, because we don't know whether we could get all that money back. We can get like so many orders that we could just like get all the investment back. So in that sense, if you're looking for a product that would work for all the skin types and just like make things easy for you, trust me, Nars Radiant Creamy is the product. Just go for it without a second doubt. Go for it. It gives such a perfect finish on skin without making the skin look cakey at all. And also the staying power, guys. The staying power is beautiful, that it almost stays for around like 12 plus to 16 hours as well. Like intact, it can stay for around like 10 hours without budging and moving. And it also doesn't settle into fine lines and creases, which is an amazing thing. It doesn't settle down into creases. So it is actually a good product to use on mature skin as well, because this is not something drying. This is not also something super creamy. It is like an in-between perfect formula that works for everybody and every skin type. So even if you're doing like bride's mom's makeup, this concealer, you can use that. Let's look into the good to have shades, okay? So one of the most used shade is called Custard. Note it down, Custard is the most used shade, and it works for medium skin with neutral undertones. And again, another most used shade is called Ginger, and this works for medium skin with golden undertones. Okay, it works for medium skin with golden undertones, and that's Ginger. So this actually, you can use this as a highlighting shade for NC42 skin, MAC NC42 skin. And if you want to use this as a concealer, then you can use this for NC37 skin as concealer for concealing. And then another most used shade is Biscuit. So Biscuit, it suits for medium to medium deep skin with a peach undertones, okay? Medium to medium deep skin with peach undertones. So now this works for NC40 skin who has dark circles, and it works good for covering them up, okay? So another good shade is Sucre d'Orge. I think that's the way you pronounce it. I'm going to leave the name anyways. Sucre d'Orge. So that is again the most used shade, guys, and it works for medium to medium deep skin with yellow undertones. Medium to medium deep skin with yellow undertones. And if you're actually using if you have to conceal, if you have to use product for concealing, then you can use this for NC42 skin type, skin tone for concealing. Another most used shade is called Chocolate. Chocolate, if that's the way you pronounce it, Chocolate. It's called like medium deep skin tones. It suits like medium deep skin tones with golden undertones. Okay, so this is somewhat similar for somewhat works for the NC45 skin tones in MAC. Okay, NC45. So this works for medium deep skin tones with golden undertones, Chocolate. Okay, so they have minis for all these products, guys. Like for all the concealers, all the shades, they have like mini products as well. The mini sizes, and they come for like less than half price of the full size product. So if you are actually starting out and you just want to buy something that is a little affordable, and also in that way you can also kind of try the product, okay, whether you will love it or not, you can just get these mini products and add them into your kit. And if you actually like them, you can just like next time you can stock up the full size products as well, So that is something that you can do. And another thing is that they also have like another variant as well, which is called like a Soft Matte Complete Concealer, Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Again, that is also a very good to have product in a makeup artist kit, guys. So the difference between these two is that the Nars Radiant is actually like a creamy concealer, right? So now the Nars Soft Matte Concealer, that comes in a tub form, like a creamy form. Creamy tub form. So this is like a little thicker version than the Nars Radiant Creamy Liquid Concealer, because always remember, when you're buying something in a tub form, that is going to be a little more thicker version, okay, than your liquid concealers. Liquid concealers are a little more diluted than these tub concealers. So if you're looking for something that can give you like extremely full coverage, because this Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, guys, that gives extremely full coverage. So now, while the Radiant Creamy Concealer gives like medium to full coverage, like buildable full coverage, the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation gives full coverage. So, and this has like a soft matte finish. Though the brand says that it is a soft matte finish, the reality is that it is actually more leaning onto the matte side. So this best suits for oily combo skin types. You can also use this for normal skin types as well, but it actually works amazing for oily and combo skin types. You cannot use the Nars Soft Matte for dry skin beauties, because it's gonna look all cakey, because it is of a little drying matte formula. Use something that works for all skin types, and that would be Radiant Creamy. But if you want something that gives like full coverage and works for oily to combo skin type, then that would be Nars Soft Matte Concealer. Okay, so and the shades, guys, you can just take the same shades. They have the same shade range. Everything is just same to same, the names. So you can pick these same shades even in this range as well. Now let's look into another concealer that is like most used by makeup artists. It's the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. So maybe probably all these products now, if you have actually attended a makeup course, they might have already told you or like talked about these products or have given you the shade details as well. Or if you haven't attended a class, or you just want to start out on your own and are looking for the shade recommendations and the product recommendations, I think, yeah, then this might be new to you and it might be helpful as well. The Too Faced Born This Way Multi Coverage Concealer, right? So now this is actually a brilliant multi-purpose product. So as I told you, multi-purpose products are super important to have in a MOA kit. This is again a multi-purpose product, and it gives a full coverage, guys. But it doesn't feel cakey on skin at all. It gives like full coverage. It appears like matte on skin, but it feels a little bit hydrating on skin. I wouldn't say this is like completely dewy. It doesn't feel like dewy on skin, but it gives like a healthy looking skin sort of effect, but controlling shine on skin. I mean to say, it looks like it gives that matte finish on skin though, but it is not drying at all. So it works for all the skin types. Even if you have, even if the client has like dry skin, your bride has dry skin, you can still use the Too Faced concealer, the Born This Way concealer. And it has such a weightless formula that once you apply this on skin, now even if you kind of like layer it up, it just feels like super lightweight on skin. So when it comes to bridal makeup, another thing is that using some sort of like lightweight makeup products as well, because if the bride feels that the makeup is like too heavy, like if they sense that it is kind of like too heavy now, then they get that impression that, dude, my face looks like better without makeup. Yeah, I mean the makeup is like looking all cakey and all. It just gives them that illusion. You might have a little bit of an advantage if you use a little more lightweight skincare product, I mean like makeup products as well, because they sit lightweight on skin and also they give that full coverage. So the bride wouldn't feel that the makeup is heavy at all, but she gets the desired coverage that she wants. Okay, you can cover up all the blemishes, you can cover up all the pigmentation and everything, and you can just make her skin look all flawless and beautiful, but she doesn't feel the makeup is heavy. So that is a good thing. And even you wouldn't feel that the makeup is gonna look like cakey at all. It doesn't gonna turn cakey when you're using a lightweight product. So this is a very lightweight concealer. So that is again another pro to have this in your makeup artist kit. And also it comes with a very big dabba, like a very big bottle. So this concealer lasts for a long time, guys. Like a long time. That dabba is gonna last like ages. So, and also it doesn't crease. This product doesn't crease, and also it doesn't give that drying creepy look on skin. So it works also for mature skin. So if you're doing like a bride's mom's makeup, this is a concealer that you can again use, the Too Faced Born This Way. So now again another pro is that if you're actually doing again outdoor wedding makeup so this is a concealer that you can use. So it doesn't budge as easily as other concealers when the bride has like a sweaty skin. So this is a good to use concealer on a sweaty skin person as well, or on when you are doing outdoor weddings and pool parties or mehendi party events. So now let's look into the good to have shades, okay? So golden beige. So this is again the most used shade, guys. Golden beige, most used, and this works amazing for light skin tones which have golden undertones, okay? Light skin tones that has golden undertones. Now another most used shade is called sand. Sand, okay? So this works amazing for medium skin tones with golden undertones. For medium skin tones with golden undertones. So I'm going to repeat it because, if you're just taking some notes or something, maybe you can just like grab a book and pen and write down the notes and need to rewatch the video again a lot of times. You can just like put the book like how I do. Like for all my makeup classes now, I always write down like a big notes, like an essay kind of format of notes. So that if I just want to look back to some tips or something, I always have my notes here. So yeah, and another shade is called golden, and that suits medium complexions that have rosy undertones. So for medium complexions with rosy undertones, the shade is called golden. It is not like a most used shade, guys. You can work with sand itself, but if you just want to have an additional shade in your kit, then yeah, you can actually opt for golden. And another most used shade, note it down, butterscotch. Most used shade, butterscotch, and this works beautiful for tan skin tones with golden undertones. Tan skin tones with golden undertones. So another most used shade is called maple, okay? Maple is most used shade, and it works beautiful for deeper complexions that has neutral undertones. For deeper complexions with neutral undertones, and the shade is maple. So now comes the shade mahogany. Mahogany is actually suits very deep skin tones with golden undertones. So very deep skin tones with golden undertones, mahogany. Again, this is not a most used shade, but if you are actually dealing with deep tan skin clients in your area, then obviously you can check the shade out. Else, then you can just like work with maple itself. So another favorite concealer is Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. Okay, so this is a spot on full coverage concealer, like spot on full coverage. So if you're looking for something, a full coverage in the sense like a product that can conceal even tattoos as well, it is that full coverage. So if you're looking for a product like that, that can cover up even the tattoos, the deep darkest of pigmentations, hyperpigmentations and blemishes and marks on skin, then yes, this is the concealer to have. And it is extremely matte finish. When I say extremely, it is a drying matte finish, very extreme matte. So it is extremely good for oily skin people. So if you are using this concealer, only use this on extremely oily skin clients, because this is super full matte finish. Like when you're like doing an outdoor wedding, this is again a good to use product, because this can control like sweat and also like humidity. This product works well in humidity, so it doesn't crease, it doesn't give that oily, sweaty, extra shiny look. So it controls that shininess on skin. So if the bride has like oily skin and she's doing like an outdoor wedding, then this is a good concealer to use, because this can stop that extra shine on skin, and as it is like extremely matte finish, this can give that matte look that the bride would want. Especially those with oily skin, trust me, they would crave for that matte looking skin. But we dry skin girls, if you have dry skin, we dry skin girls want like shine everywhere, okay? Personally, I feel that because I have dry skin, I just feel like the dewy skin just like looks like it's like a healthy skin, okay? I don't like matte skin on me because obviously I have dry skin, but I know oily skin girls out there love matte looking skin. And also don't use this product on dry skin brides, and also don't use this product on mature skin as well. So if you're doing the bride's mom's makeup or bride's auntie's makeup, don't use this concealer, as it is very extremely drying finish. This kind of settles down into that creases under the eyes for mature skin. So when dealing with like mature skin, now make sure that you are using either radiant products or a creamy products. Don't use extremely matte products on mature skin, because very dry product plus mature skin is the worst combo ever, okay? Don't use that. Use a little bit onto that natural looking finished products that also has coverage. There are many products out there that has coverage and looks natural on skin. For suppose like the Nars Radiant Creamy and the Too Faced, right? So skip this on mature skin. So one important point that you have to remember is that, so if you're using something extremely drying, any product that is extremely drying will always settle into wrinkles and fine lines, okay? Anything that is drying will settle down. So just don't use on like your brides. Even if your brides has like too many wrinkles under your eyes, then just don't use this product, okay? So I don't want to say that these fine lines and smile lines are only dedicated to mature skin, because I know even sometimes mature skin looks beautiful and flawless, and sometimes we the younger age girls might have like a lot of lines on skin as well. So just see the client skin, okay? Always, like when you're going to the bridal and you're just doing the makeup, study her skin, okay? Look at her skin, ask her how her skin feels like, how usually after how much time her skin gets like oily or like super sweaty or something like that. Does she have like a sweaty skin naturally? Just have some questions, ask her some questions, and then kind of mix your products, okay? Then take out the products and use that on skin. Just don't go and like do whatever thing that you want to do on her skin, so that might not even suit her skin type. And when using this Makeup Forever concealer now, don't do baking. Even when you're doing this concealer for an oily skin, most of the time just skip baking. And if you're using this on an extremely oily skin bride that just gets sweaty and shiny no matter what, then go with baking. Else just skip baking, okay? Good to have shades, guys. I talked so much. So now the good to have shades are like vanilla. So this works for very light skin tones with peach undertones. So this is a good to have shade if you are actually dealing with very fair complexions in your clientele base, okay? So if not, then this is not like a mandatory shade to have in your kit. So now let's look into most used shade, which is called Sand 7. Sand 7, it is the most used shade, and it works for medium skin tones with yellowish undertones. Medium skin tones with yellowish undertones. So another shade is called a Golden Beige 10. Golden Beige 10, it is again a most used shade, guys, and it works for medium skin tones with a neutral peach undertones. For medium skin tones with neutral peach undertones. So now another most used shade is Dark Beige. Dark Beige, most used shade, and it works for deeper skin tones with yellow undertones. For deep skin tones with yellow undertones. So these are all the good to have shades in the Makeup Forever range. So now let's look into the affordable category. So the affordable product that I want to share is that the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer. So if you're looking for the most affordable concealer out there in the market that just performs like a high-end, okay, that has a very high-end performance, then this is the product, okay. I know there are so many makeup artists who even have like super expensive makeup products in their kit use LA Girl concealers, okay. And I personally, the classes that I have attended, both of the makeup artists has like LA Girl concealers in their kit when doing bridal makeup. So it is a very, very, very good concealer for a very affordable price. So if you're just like starting out and you just want to, buy something in a very affordable category, something very inexpensive, then look for the LA Girl HD concealers, guys. And they actually sit very beautifully on skin as they are of HD finish. They feel super lightweight on skin. So when they say HD is that the product is like super thin and lightweight in texture. Though it is like lightweight in texture, it gives like a pretty damn good coverage to it. It has like a medium to full coverage. So you can cover up like most of the marks and acne blemishes on skin with this concealer. It again works for all the skin types. So again, trust me, if you are buying something in an inexpensive range that have to work for every skin type, LA Girl is the one. It works for oily, combo, normal, dry, everybody. So and let's look into the good to have shades as well now. So the most used shade is creamy beige. Creamy beige, most used shade, noted down. And another most used shade is called pure beige. Pure beige, noted down, pure beige. So another most used shade is called medium beige. And almond is actually good to have shade. It is not like most used, but you can have it. So another most used shade is called fawn. Fawn, most used. And another good to have shade is like warm sand. It is not most used, but it's good to have. Okay, warm sand. Another most used shade is called like tawny. Tawny is most used. So if you want to use the same concealer for like cream contouring, this is again a multi-purpose product. You can do some cream contouring as well. For that, you can actually use chestnut. You can actually pick the correctors also from this range as well, guys. The orange color corrector is again a most used, and also like peach. Have both of them in your kit, okay? Because when you're doing like clients who have like fair complexion, then like peach correctors work the best. So have peach LA Girl corrector and also orange LA Girl corrector. It works for medium to deep complexions. And also have like green color corrector as well. So if the bride has like red acne marks on skin, then green works to cancel out the redness. And also make sure, this is must, okay, make sure you have the yellow corrector, because this actually helps to brighten up the under eye area and where the client has like a little bit of that darkness. So when you use on a client of like medium complexion or like even a fair complexion as well. So if you use this yellow shade now, if the client has like a still more, that little bit of that darkness peeking through from the foundation, even after concealing and foundation, then apply a little bit of this yellow brightener on her skin, and that instantly kind of brightens up the area. So this is a very good to have shade. It comes like very, very handy. Trust me. Just have that yellow brightener. It works for most of the skin tones, okay, for light, medium, and also works for deep as well. So you can just like work this for many skin tones. Have yellow, must have yellow. So another affordable concealers are Kryolan Derma and Kryolan Supra. I know I have talked about Kryolan like crazy in all my makeup artist series videos. I even talked about this in the foundations video as well. So now these are products which can double up as a foundation and a concealer, guys. So now in my kit now, I used to use them as a concealer on brides, and when I'm doing like bridal makeup, or when I'm doing like bridesmaid makeup, I used to use them as a foundation for them. Okay, so because obviously we're not gonna charge too much amount like how we are charging for a bridal for a bridal makeup, right? We're gonna only take like half of the amount of what we're gonna charge for a bridal makeup to make the most of the products that I'm using. So instead of using like a high-end foundation, sometimes, okay, if the client doesn't need like a lot of makeup and they just want like a very minimal makeup, okay, so that time I try to use these multi-purposing products, and I try to use this Kryolan Derma and Supra as a foundation on them. Else I used to use them as a concealer. So they have again a very thick consistency, especially the Derma has like a very dry thick consistency. So use Derma only on oily and combo skin types, and Supra is actually very creamy and kind of like I wouldn't say dewy, but it has a very radiant sort of like creamy consistency, very creamy. So that works beautifully for dry skin. So definitely every makeup artist kit should have Kryolan products, guys. Trust me, Kryolan Derma and Supra are a must-have for a makeup artist kit. So that's it for today's video. There are some other concealers that I wanted to talk about as well, like the Fenty and the Kat Von D and Huda and all. But I'm just gonna make another video, like a part 2 version for this, because I know this video itself is gonna be super long. I don't know how many minutes even this video is gonna turn out. And you guys don't get confused by listening to so many shades and about like a lot of brands and all of that. So I'm going to make a part 2 video for that as well, guys. And I also have like a part 2 video for foundations as well. I want to talk about foundations little from drugstore and also foundations like Giorgio Armani as well. So I'm going to make a part 2 for that as well. So Now, just put in mind that these are not only the shades that you need to have, okay? You can, as I told in my previous foundations video, you can have different shades as well, but make sure that when you're having like, when you're picking the shades now, have few like 1 to 2 light shades, 1 to 2 medium shades, 1 to 2 deep shades. So make sure that you're having covering up all the skin tone spectrum so that you can mix and match and get the in-between shades. Okay, so now that's it for this video. Let me know which other videos you guys want to see next on my channel in this makeup artist kit series. Let me know if you guys want to see like a full on high-end version of products that are good to have in a makeup artist kit and all. I would love to make that for you as well. So I'm going to continue this series in my channel, guys, like, you know, showcasing products that are, you know, the best makeup products to have in a makeup artist kit, as I try a gazillion makeup products. I have an obsession for trying makeup products, like, so I try so many makeup products, and I just want to, you know, like focus showing these products to you, like which are really worth having in a makeup artist kit. So if you guys would want to watch those series as well, let me know. I will make the series of videos on that as well, okay? So that's about it, and I'm gonna wrap up today's video with that. So I hope you guys will like this video. I hope you guys will find this video informative. I just kept this video as informative as I could, okay? I literally shared so many important points that I have written down in my makeup classes notes with you guys as well. So yeah, I hope you will find this video informative. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And also, in case if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please do subscribe, and please do show some love. That would mean the world to me, because I'm trying to build a community here on YouTube. And if you just could subscribe to my channel and just be a part of this glam family, then that would just like make my day, I'm telling you. So yeah, so help me get there, help me build a bigger community on my YouTube channel, so that would push me to do like more better content on my YouTube channel, guys. So anyways, with that, we're gonna wrap up today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all with another video, guys. Till then, have a great day. Bye.